Hello, and welcome to Spirit Dragon Tarot. Today, I'm going to do a reading for Gemini for the week of April 8th through April 14th. Wow, I forgot the date. Because I was thinking about the eclipse. So, right now, the eclipse is happening as I'm doing this reading. And the eclipse is about new beginnings, planting seeds, and Aries, for those with Cancer rising, Aries is in your 10th house of career. Okay. So it may or may not affect that house. There's some other aspects that are happening this week. I have a link in the description box below for an astrological outlook for this week, the 8th through the 14th. If you'd like to check that out to see what other aspects could be affecting you this week. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Let's see. Give us some guidance for Gemini for the week of April 8th through the 14th. Underneath, you have, how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? Okay, so perhaps you're trying to do something new. Perhaps you're trying to expand something. That's what I'm getting. Um, Maybe I'm getting some kind of doubt, but we'll see. We'll see what else comes out. The alchemical artist, alchemy, creation, right? You have moons, four moons and four suns, and this is a really pretty tapestry that it has here. And we have a solar eclipse right now, right? And remember, or if you didn't know, the solar eclipse isn't just going to affect you today. It's going to go on. Uh, the energy of it will be about 2 weeks. Okay, could be longer, could be less. It just depends. And you are at a divine Y point. This card has been coming out for almost everyone. Um, this is a decision making time, and what that reminds me of is that Mercury is in retrograde right now, and that is taking a pause before we speak or make any major decisions. If I remember correctly, we're not supposed to be signing any contracts or something right now, but you know, I don't quote me on it, um, but I know that it's going to go back direct on the 20th, I believe, or the 25th, and that's when you can sign contracts again. So that'll be um, for another video when I do some more astrology outlooks for the following week. Um, so we have, how can this be a wonderful win-win-win? Alchemical artist, and you are at a divine Y point. So Aries is about me, right? What do I need? What is good for me? You might be at a time right now where you're releasing things that don't serve you anymore. Um, that divine Y point, I just noticed this right now, but you have a rainbow and clouds on the one side, and looks like roots, could be lightning and thunder on the other. So you have, a decision point, yes or no, this or that, A or B, but you can always balance things, right? You don't have to do one over the other. You can do both. Okay? So let's see what this reading, and this card is a 33 card, which is a master teacher. Perhaps you're trying to balance this is career, right? The 10th house is career. Perhaps you're trying to balance your experience or your wisdom and trying to get it, take the good things, the bad things, this and that from your experience and see um, where it leads you. Okay. Again, this is a new beginning, planting seeds. Okay, Spirit. What does Cancer need to know for this week, April 8th through the 14th? What you don't see coming is the Queen of Swords. Truth, right? She's all about truth. She has that sword up with the knife edge ready to cut through the BS. Queen of Swords can cut through some BS. She's got the BS meter big time, right? Judgment, crossroads. Okay. The Hierophant. The Hierophant is about tradition. Um, the tarot deck was invented or created um, in the 14th or 15th century, I believe, and could be the 16th. And so back then, there was very much things all about hierarchy, right? You couldn't speak to God, spirit, your higher power without going through someone. How dare you think you can, speak directly to God? You know, what, how do you, I was going to say, how do you rate, but that's not, um, what gives you that gift, right? So this is a higher person speaking to somebody else. So perhaps you're learning um, knowledge, okay? But then there's also beliefs. We're going through a time right now where, you know, things are not as they should be. We have some infighting going on, right? We have the patriarchy that wants to be in charge, but then, you know, we have a lot of uh, minorities, women, wanting to be in leadership roles or do things to better society. And it's a battle. And I'm going to keep my opinion to myself. I'm a very strong woman. I've always been a strong woman. I was in the military. Um, I have always been a public servant. Currently, I'm semi-retired from law enforcement. So um, I like strong women and women in power. Okay, so women in power and strong women doesn't mean that we're trying to push anybody aside. It just means that we have other ideas. Women think about things differently. Okay, so that's for another discussion. So next you have the Wheel of Fortune. So other than the Queen of Swords, you have all major arcana. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is fate and destiny, right? It's fated and destiny. And the wheel is always moving. So there's something major going on right now for Cancer, possibly in their career. Okay, um, with this eclipse, with the week of April 8th through the 14th, and with this Judgment card, you're getting help from above, right? Um, the Archangel is signaling below, "Hey, wake up, get up, crossroads, timeline change, right? New beginnings." So let's see, what does Spirit want us to know? This one almost fell out, so we'll go ahead and take that one. You got Justice. What does Spirit want us to know about the Judgment card? You got Justice, which is balance, right? The Divine Y, that's a balance of sorts. The Three of Wands and the Five of Cups. Okay, so don't just look at what's bad, right? They're looking at the broken cups, the empty cups, the fallen cups. Well, they're not broken in this one, but the spilled cups. But there's two cups behind that are full, right? There's nothing wrong with those cups. There's also a stream. There's also a bridge and a large city with greenery in the distance. But this person is choosing to focus on just the spilled cups. Oh my gosh, what did I do, right? And then you have the Three of Wands, which is about receiving, right? the being open, allowing. And then you have the Justice cards, which is about balance, right? So what I'm getting is that you need to trust yourself. You need to be open to balancing things in your life, right? And don't be so negative. Be positive. Look beyond. Be open, right? And be um, open to receiving your downloads, information, knowledge. Okay. We can ask for help too. Don't forget, you can always ask for help. Um, let's clarify the Queen of Swords. What's this truth? What spirit? What do we need? What does Gemini need to know about the Queen of Swords? Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Magician. Another major arcana. We have 10 cards here, and half of them are major arcana. That means that there's a lot going on, but there's also process. So balance, right? Duality. So you have the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance, duality, choosing this or that, right? And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is about, these people are in the cold, they're walking away, but it doesn't mean that I'm not getting that they're, desolate or desperate. Yes, it's warm and there's light inside the church, but maybe they're leaving. Maybe, again, like I said earlier, maybe they're leaving something that doesn't suit them anymore. And you have the Magician. Magician has all the tools. He's a manifester, right? And then you have the Three of Wands. So you can manifest and then be open to receive. One thing about manifestation, and I say this because I know I've done it before, is when you ask for something, be open to it and be somewhat specific, right? Don't ask for something so general. Don't say, I want a new job. And then a new job comes, but you're like, oh, but I don't want that one. So you have to say, I want a new job in the technology field, or I want a new job um, as a postal worker or something like that, right? Whatever you're trying to get. But then be open to whatever comes. Because sometimes we ask for something and it may not be really what's best for us. So we have to be open to the possibilities of maybe it being tweaked a little bit, right? So what is actually best for us. Like I said, I was semi-retired. I've been working. And I had some ambitions that didn't come to fruition for whatever reason. And it kind of broke my heart. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm busting my butt. But it turns out that wasn't the path that I was supposed to go on, right? I've been working hard since I was 17 and been doing some hard jobs since I was 20. That's when I joined the military. And I'm 59 now. So it's time for me to put me first. Aries, right? What's good for me? What's my joy? What are my desires? Okay. So maybe that in your 10th house, maybe that's this why point that you're coming to, this decision, this fated and destined. Remember, fated and destined, we're going to clarify this right now, but fated and destined, fated is, it's out there, it's going to happen, right? There's a plan of some sort. Destiny is a choice. Am I going to go that destiny route, right? So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know about this Wheel of Fortune? The Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Another major arcana and two aces. We only have two aces I'm sorry, one ace, and the Page of Pentacles. So you have Pentacles. So it looks like this is probably about work, okay? Like the 10th house. So what is going on for you, Cancer, in your career that you're at a Y point, a divine Y point, a decision making point, right? And then be mindful that Mercury is in retrograde, so we want to pause and think about our decisions. Don't be rash, right? Um, Make sure that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Okay, doesn't mean you can't make a decision, but just realize that if you do make a decision in haste, you might have to make a couple more, to clean that up. If in fact it was um, something that you shouldn't have chosen at that time. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, pages are young, they are energetic, curious, right? And he's like, okay, what am I going to do? I want something new. Maybe you do want a new job. The eclipse is about new beginnings, planting seeds. Maybe you're planting seeds for a new career or just a new job. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I don't know. You could be going totally out of your box of what you thought you may or may not want to do. And you have the Judgment card over here. And that's a crossroads. And you're probably like, I don't know. But you know what? Try it. What is it going to hurt? Right? When you ask for something, you have a 50% chance of getting it, right? Yes or no. Then you have the Chariot. The Chariot is the Emperor, which is Aries, sitting in that chariot, and he's allowing his experience to move him, in whatever direction, with the light and the dark figures here, right? And these are two sphinxes. One is resting and one is standing. So it's like a pause, right? I'm ready to go, but I'm going to hold on for a minute. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, there's a doorway right here, right? And then there's a sun on the other side with the divine hand, with Spirit's hand, with guidance. From your ancestors, from Spirit, from the Ascended Masters, from the Archangels, animal spirits, whoever. You can ask. There is so much energy around us that can help us with our decisions and with what we want. So it looks like there's a movement forward here for you. Okay, let's get some guidance from Spirit. What messages from Spirit do we need to know for Cancer? What are messages to you from Spirit or from your guides? Let's ask the guides. What are the messages to Cancer from their guides? The Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Okay, again, Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, he's sharing. He's holding on, and he has the scales, right? Balance. So he's balancing out. Okay, I'm going to share my knowledge, but I'm going to keep this for me too. I'm part of the collective. It's not back in the day where we do for everybody else, and we just stay quiet and we don't do anything, because everything's fine, right? No, we're part of life, and we got to put ourselves in there, and we got to validate our own feelings. We do have feelings. And okay, so then you have the King of Pentacles, where he's sitting on his throne. There's all kinds of vines and growth around him. He's sitting in front of his castle. He has his scepter and his big coin. He's in charge, right? He knows what he wants, and he's going to go get it. And then you have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, yeah, it's a very ominous looking card, but is it about pain? Yes, because it's going to be hard, right? It's hard. You're going to have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? You're going to have to go through some things. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Doesn't mean that you can't accomplish it, which is, it's all about what do you want? What do I want, right? Aries, what do I want? Actions and advice for Cancer. Actions and advice this week, April 8th through the 14th. The Queen of Wands, the Magician again, and the Emperor. So now you have the Emperor, right? The Emperor is Aries. He's leader. He's in charge. He's confident, independent. He's also all the kings, right? And do we have another king? I can't. Yes, we had the King of Pentacles here. So now you have two King of Pentacles because you got four kings right here with the Emperor. So this is a career reading for sure. And then you have the Magician again. So you have the tools. Cancer has the tools. Don't doubt yourself. Take that chance. Take the risk. Take the leap, right? Queen of Wands. She's sitting there in all her glory. It's yellow. It's happy. She has the sunflower and sunflowers and the black cat. The black cat is sitting there very, very calm. The black cat is like, okay. You know cats? Cats think they rule everything, right? That cat is like, okay, bring it to me. This is about me. So, Cancer, let's get some messages from the Empathic Oracle. But this is a good reading for Cancer. This is just about you being the alchemist artist, right? You can do this creating. You can create what you want, right? What do I want for me? What's going to bring me happiness? What's going to bring me joy? Um, Again, with your career, what have you always wanted to do? You know, yeah, I went into such and such field because they have a retirement and I need stability. Okay, so maybe you have that stability now, and maybe now you can start that YouTube channel. Maybe you need to share your experience with other people, right? This is a learning time. People want to learn. People are open to wanting more, right? Be that alchemist. Create something. The win-win-win, right? Everyone wins. Okay, the Empathic Oracle. What does Spirit want to tell Gemini to close out this reading for the week of April 8th through the 14th? Okay, what does Cancer need to know? Specialness. You are special. Everyone is special in their own way, but you have to remember that there's something special about you, and there's something special about your experience, your career, your this new seed that you want to plant. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a new job. It could be a new routine. It could be, you know, time to yourself. That's taking care of yourself, right? It's like, okay, I need an hour a day so I can sit outside in my, um, my patio, my mezzanine, or whatever you have in the backyard. That's your little peaceful area, okay? And just relax. Listen to some music. I don't know, playing on TikTok relaxes you. Do that, right? Specialness. You are special. Never forget that. Containers. Those are a lot of containers, right? And it's a lot of color. People are containers. Look, it looks like to me, it reminds me of a crowd. Maybe there's all kinds of people that want to know what you know, Cancer, right? Cancers are very sensitive and very loving and very motherly. Um, you guys give your shirts to anyone who needs them, but maybe you need your own shirt right now, Cancer. Okay, but that doesn't mean you can't share. Remember, you had the Six of Pentacles over here, where he's balancing what is his and what he's giving away. Okay, don't don't give too much away. Okay, you're special too, and fill your own container with love too. And then you have chaos. These look like little amoebas. But perhaps you think there's too much chaos going on. There's a lot of chaos going on in the world. But take care of yourself, okay? There's so much color in this card. There's so much movement in this card. Um, there's chaos and there's containers to fill, but you got the magician twice. You can manifest this. You can make a difference. You have the tools, Cancer. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust the tools that you have. Okay, you can do this. And don't forget, the astrological outlook is down below. There's a link in the description box. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe to Spirit Dragon Tarot. And you can hit the notification bell to let you know when I post another reading. Okay, until then, use your tools, Cancer. Use your tools. Okay, until then, I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.